It is safe to say that the state of animation from 10 years ago was a lot different than the one today. Just in 2016, we were treated with the likes of Zootopia, Moana, The Angry Birds movie, Trolls, Sing, The Secret Life of Pets, Finding Dory, Sausage Party, and I haven't even added foreign animated films like Soul Station or the masterpiece Your Name. Now jump to 2024 and compare this list with one from 2016. Yes, this one looks pale in comparison. So what have modern animated movies lost? Creators or the studios put forth a bunch of excuses that do not give a clear picture. Some say there was not enough budget. Well, most blockbuster animated movies nowadays have a production budget close to or over $150 million. Poor marketing, the impact of streaming, misunderstood messaging, toxic fandom, or online backlash are just some of the many excuses studios make. While all of that has some weight to it, they miss one component. The movie was just not fun. American writer Chris Gore said it best, and I quote, "There is no excuse for a studio to fail when they put out a blockbuster movie. There is no excuse. Your job is to entertain me, not lecture me." End quote. The audience doesn't care whether the message was delivered or not. They certainly don't care if you have checked all the boxes. The reason they pay to watch a film is to be entertained by it. And when you are paid $150 million to do that, there shouldn't be an excuse. This brings us to a film that was released 6 years ago in 2019 called To Your Last Death. A film that does the complete opposite and completely went under the radar. To Your Last Death wasn't backed by a major or small Hollywood studio, nor it had the resources available like the major animated studios, but Still Studios, director Jason Axon and writer Jim Cirilli and Tanya Kleen created a movie that brings back the slasher horror vibe with 90s comic book style animation. What is more surprising about this is that the film was completely crowdfunded, with the total amount raised paying $52,713. To Your Last Death is a unique blend of horror and animation, a rare combination that stands out in today's landscape. The plot revolves around Miriam DeKalb, who is the sole survivor of a brutal attack orchestrated by her cruel, powerful father. But just when she thinks the nightmare is over, she's thrown into a time loop by a mysterious supernatural entity known as the Game Master. Miriam gets the chance to relive the night and save her siblings, but with a twist. She must survive increasingly brutal and bizarre scenarios. The film features an impressive voice cast, including Morena Baccarin as the Game Master, Ray Wise as the villainous Cyrus DeKalb, Donnie Lennon as Miriam, Bill Moseley and William Shatner as the narrator. Despite its modest budget, the talent involved adds depth and gravitas to the characters, making them more compelling and memorable. The animation style is gritty and raw, almost reminiscent of graphic novels from the 90s and early 2000s, and a dark atmospheric palette that perfectly complements the film's violent and twisted narrative. The quality of animation might not rival the high-budget studios, but its unique style and commitment to its tone make it stand out. This is what makes animation special: the ability to create adult, complex stories that would be difficult, if not impossible, to pull it off in live action without losing their edge. And this is where major studios like Disney and Marvel miss the mark. Take What If, for example. It had the perfect opportunity to dive into darker, bloodier, R-rated territory, telling stories that could push the boundaries of the Marvel universe, but instead, they stuck to the same old PG-13 formula, playing it safe and missing the chance to create something truly groundbreaking. To Your Last Death, on the other hand, embraces its mature themes and doesn't shy away from gore and brutality, showing that animation can be just as intense and impactful as live action, if not more. What's remarkable is how To Your Last Death doesn't rely on checking any boxes or trying to please everyone. It's unapologetically itself, a bloody, thrilling, and fun ride that keeps the audience engaged from start to finish. There is no forced messaging, no unnecessary diversions. It's just pure, unfiltered entertainment, something that's sorely lacking in modern animation. This film is proof that you don't need a $200 million budget to create something memorable and entertaining. All you need is a good story, a unique vision, and the courage to be different. And that's exactly why we need more movies like To Your Last Death and fewer factory-made films that feels like they came off an assembly line. Audiences crave originality and fun, not soulless checkbox-driven productions. It's time studios took a page from indie creators and remembered what movies are really about: entertaining the people who watch them. The downfall of modern animated films isn't about budgets, marketing strategies, or even the evolving landscape of streaming platforms. It's about the loss of genuine creativity and the willingness to take risks. Studios have become too focused on delivering messages and meeting quotas, forgetting that at its core, cinema is about storytelling and entertainment. If indie films like To Your Last Death can captivate audiences with limited resources, imagine what big studios could achieve if they dared to prioritize fun and originality over formulas and checklists.